Here's something strange about your brain. Right now, with just a few words, I can make you taste something that was never in your mouth. Imagine licking a stick of chalk. Feel that dry, powdery scrape? Now try imagining sandpaper. It's sharp and gritty. A bar of soap. A frozen metal flagpole. The glass screen of the phone in your hand. You've never licked a single one of those, but you felt every one. So what just happened? Your brain just made all of that up, and it's doing the exact same thing right now, with everything you see, hear, and feel. But how? How do you feel something that was never there? It's easy to think, I'm just remembering what licking certain things feels like. But hold on, that idea falls short. You've conjured the sensation of licking sandpaper or chalk, even a metal flagpole, without having done it. How did your brain pull that off if you've never experienced it firsthand? It's not a simple replay of memory. It's more like a composer creating a piece of music that's brand new. Your brain isn't opening a file called licking memories. It's actively composing an entirely new sensory experience. When you imagine licking something, your brain is like a theater, running a full dress rehearsal on stage. It's not pulling a tape from a library. Brain scans show that when you imagine touch, the same areas light up as they do with actual touch. For instance, imagine moving your tongue. It activates the same motor areas as if you really did. It's fascinating. This isn't a playback. It's like your brain is putting on a preview with the same depth, only quieter. It's using the real performance spaces, minus the audience of real-world input. Your brain doesn't need a stored memory specifically about licking chalk. It knows what chalk feels like in your hand, dry, a bit squeaky. It knows the grit of sandpaper from your fingers. It takes these bits of knowledge, the dusty, rough, gritty elements, and creates something new. It's a bit like building with blocks you already have. The brain doesn't retrieve the experience of licking chalk, it constructs it from what it knows, predicting a sensation as if you've actually done it. It's a masterclass in improvisation using familiar parts. This creative construction traces back to when you were a baby. As infants, we explored the world with our mouths more than any other part. Why? Because a baby's mouth is brimming with sensory receptors, far more sensitive than their tiny hands. At that age, vision is still developing, but the mouth, it's like a Swiss Army knife gathering textures, temperatures, hardness, and even shapes all at once. So babyhood isn't about storing memories of tasting chalk or licking spoons. It's about building a sensory toolkit, textures like smooth, rough, cold, and even how different things interact with our skin. It's a treasure trove of parts that our brains use later. There's wisdom in the infant strategy. It helps our adult brain conduct a symphony of sensation. Here's where things get even more intriguing. If imagining these sensations is a form of prediction, what about everything else? Scientists propose that our brains don't just see and hear a passive world. Instead, these brains of ours are more like eager detectives, constantly hypothesizing what's next, predicting the world moment by moment. They're guessing that reality is there, and then our senses confirm or tweak those guesses. So even normal perception might be more about prediction than direct input from the world. You're not just seeing reality, you're guessing most of it and using a bit of input to fine-tune the answer. This predictive processing is why you can't tickle yourself. Your brain predicts its own touch, rendering it ineffective. Or why you might jump when a door slams. A split second before you consciously register it, your brain predicted the sound. Even in conversation, your brain is often a step ahead, predicting what someone will say next. Imagining these licks is just one example of your brain running ahead of the game, trying to predict the next beat in the rhythm of reality. It's a constant, lively dance between what we expect and what actually happens, and most of it goes unnoticed. Take a moment to really think this over. What you consider to be your senses, the ones you've assumed are direct reporters of reality, are actually guessing most of it. A lot of what you call the world isn't coming from outside, but is being created in your head. You're not just recording what's out there. You're making educated guesses with stunning accuracy. Each breath you take includes a bit of prediction, a little adjustment, and a new understanding from your brain. This concept turns your perception of reality into a lively, anticipatory, and engaging process. All along, it seemed like your senses were just delivering truths about the world. But when you felt that chalk scrape your tongue, your brain made that up. Your senses didn't. A lot of what feels like out there is really coming from inside your own head. Most of the time, you're guessing what's there and then letting your senses check the guess. The proof was in your own mouth the whole time. So next time something feels real, it's worth asking, how much of it is actually out there And how much is just your brain filling in the blanks?